this speech is an award acceptance speech. Ladies and gentlemen, I am almost at a loss for words. First, I would like to start out by saying how grateful I am for receiving the HCA Scholarship Award. I feel humble and incredibly proud at the same time. There were so many good candidates to choose from, and the judges had a very tough decision. I would like to thank everyone who voted for me, especially my parents for helping me get there along the way. Not only is the scholarship award a blessing for me, but it is a blessing for my family as well, because having my tuition paid for is something I will forever be grateful for. I'm going to be honest and say that when I applied for this scholarship, I did not intend to get it. I'm so grateful to have received such an amazing award because this is a huge stepping stone into my future. Ever since I was a little girl, I have wanted to be a nurse. There was just something about helping people that made me feel good inside and want to do that as a career. I always knew I wanted to do something in the medical field, and being a nurse seemed like a great fit for me. When high school rolled around, I was in National Honor Society and a straight A student. At the same time, I was volunteering and working. When it came time to decide on a college, I chose UMKC because it was close to home and cheaper than going to a state school. Looking back, I'm really glad I ended up choosing UMKC because I met so many wonderful people there and made a lot of lifelong friends. After being at UMKC for 2.5 years, I decided to apply at Rockhurst University because they had a really good nursing program. I went through the rigorous admission process and a surplus of prerequisites to make sure I would graduate on time. Once I got accepted, I was very excited and nervous at the same time because I was going to have to make a whole new set of friends. After completing my first semester, I realized that Rockhurst was the place for me. I made tons of new friends and realized that I was really passionate about nursing. When I heard about the HCA scholarship, I decided to apply because it sounded like something I couldn't pass up. Although the Board of Admissions only gave the scholarship out to a select group of people, I thought I had a fair chance of getting it, so I went ahead and completed the requirements to apply. Those requirements consisted of having a cumulative GPA over 3.5, as well as 60 volunteer hours, and an essay over why I wanted to become a nurse. Once the preliminary process was over, they called a few of us back to do interviews before they decided who they wanted to hand out the scholarships to. I remember going out the day before and buying a new outfit and practicing potential interview questions in my head to prepare myself. Once I got in there, it was less intimidating, and a few days later, I got the letter in the mail saying I was chosen as a recipient of the HCA scholarship. The excitement I felt when I opened that letter was something I will never forget. I told my parents right away, and they were just as excited as I was. Knowing that my school was completely paid for was such a great feeling because nursing school is already really expensive and stressful enough. This scholarship means a lot to me, and I will not take it for granted. In return of accepting the scholarship, I have to work for an HCA hospital for 3 years after graduation, which seems like a very fair trade-off to have my tuition paid for. One of the biggest things I have learned along this journey the past 22 years is to do your best and never give up. Academics are important, and so is college. School can be stressful at times, but when you think about the outcome of a college education, that becomes the most motivation needed to succeed. Nursing is not an easy profession, and it takes a lot of emotional and cognitive stability to take care of sick patients on a day-to-day basis. It is such a rewarding career, and my dream is to eventually go back to school to become a nurse practitioner. With this scholarship, I will be even more motivated to do so and will already have a great head start on paying for my master's degree. Once again, I would like to thank my family, teachers, and friends for supporting me through this journey and giving me the strength I need to push myself to become a better person academically. I could not have done it without all of you. This is the day I will not forget, and I cannot wait to start my postgraduate life as a nurse. And I'll show the audience.